Lariat Crew Cab for just $31,900. A one-owner 22 Ford Explorer all-wheel drive with leather for just $33,900. A 22 Ford Edge all-wheel drive for just $26,900. And the last one is a 23 one-owner Chevy 3500 Crew Cab LTZ with the Duramax diesel for just $57,900. Great vehicles at great prices are at Moody Motors in Niobrara.
You're in the mood for Moody. Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
Mount Marty is committed to excellence in nursing.
We really go the extra mile to care for our students as a whole person. My name is Crystal Diedrichson. I am an associate professor of nursing at Mount Marty. As a Catholic Benedictine university, we can incorporate God and prayer in our regular classwork and interactions with students. And in addition to that, we care about the students in other aspects of their lives.
Start your journey at mountmarty.edu.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Time for your featured presentation of Northeast Nebraska High School football on Riverfront Sports. Northeast Nebraska High School athletics are brought to you by the Bank of Hartington, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation, Avera, Moody Motors, Explorers Credit Union, Mount Marty University, Security Bank, Christensen Well and Irrigation, and Top Crop. Now we go live to the action for Northeast Nebraska High School football on KYN TV.
Let's do it. Let's go to high school football here on KYN TV. My name is Tehl. This is our game of the week for Northeast Nebraska High School football. The Crofton Warriors playing host today to the Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats. And it was a hot day today. I tell you what, 85 degrees was our high temperature, sunny skies, but that is disappearing. We're getting late into the evening on the September the 26th, 78 degrees here in Crofton. As the Wildcats of Hartington-Newcastle on the road, they're here in Crofton, ready to battle, facing an opponent that has a really, really strong record in the Crofton Warriors. Let's go ahead and talk about this here, because we had 16 games, Hartington-Newcastle. Their opponents have played, and they are a combined 2-14 in those games. This is really the first real test for this Hartington-Newcastle Wildcat. Once again, the opponents for Hartington-Newcastle this season, Ainsworth, Wakefield, Lutheran, High Northeast, and Niobrara Verdigris, a combined 2-16 record, a couple of 0-4s, and then 2 1-3s in there. Hartington-Newcastle has dominated in the early season. Now they're going to see a little bit of competition. They've got Crofton on the schedule. They've got Wausau Osmond on the schedule. They got Bloomfield and Boyd County on the schedule coming up. The back half loaded for this Wildcat team. So they really are going to see, we're going to learn a lot about them tonight as the 9th-ranked team in the state of Nebraska in Class D1. For Crofton, they're ranked at 7th, and they're 2-2, and that's because they have played some incredible competition to this point. They have a tough schedule this season. They started off the year at Wynot, where they played a 4-overtime game. 4 overtimes, which was just wild to see. They did fall in that game 78-76. Next game out, they played Summerland, a semifinal playoff team from last year. They did win 68-15. Then they won at Plainview, who's currently ranked at 6th in the latest coaches poll. won that game as well, 38-26. And then finally they faced Bloomfield, who was undefeated at 4-0 and ranked 4th in the state of Nebraska in this week's coaches poll. They did fall in that game last week, 30-18. This is the pregame report from Moody Motors. If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, check out the inventory at moodymotors.com or visit them at Moody Motors in Niobrara. Went live a little late today. We had a little bit of an issue on our end setting up, but we got everything figured out. We are live. We are ready to call this ball game. We're about 5 minutes away from kickoff. Crofton did win the coin toss, and I believe they will be receiving to start off this game in just about 5 minutes. We're going to have the starting lineups and the national anthem up in a couple of seconds as well, but once again, take a look at the last year. As last year, these two teams did play, and they ended up having a 34-14 Crofton victory. Crofton then won last season 34-14. It is homecoming for the Crofton Warriors as well. What a week they've had. Hartington-Newcastle's homecoming was last week when they beat Niobrara Verdigris 50-6. Crofton now playing a very good Hartington-Newcastle team 4-0 for their homecoming, and this is going to be a fun one. I've been looking forward to this game all season long. This has been one of those I've had marked on my schedule. Unfortunately, can't have Scott Orrick with me tonight. He had a prior engagement, so he won't be joining us, but I am very excited to call this myself. My name is Tehl Tanner. We're down here in Crofton as a warm September evening. Very warm September evening, I tell you what. As here come the Crofton Warriors, they are just running out, being greeted by the home crowd for their homecoming. Hartington-Newcastle already on the field as we are going to the starting lineups and the anthem. With that, we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break here. We'll come back in a couple of minutes and get this game rolling. You're listening to KYN-TV and Hot Country 93.1 Facebook. Crofton, Hartington-Newcastle. Kickoff when we come back.
When it comes to Friday night football, teamwork makes the difference. And when it comes to your fields, trust Christensen Well and Irrigation, your local Ranky dealer. From wells and pumps to irrigation systems, Christensen Well has the experience and service you can count on to keep your operation running strong. This season, keep your crops in winning shape with the field leader in irrigation. Christensen Well and Irrigation in Hartington, a proud supporter of our area student athletes. Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hartington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a fifth-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hartington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game. It's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
All right, national anthem in the book, and we are ready to start off this ball game. Homecoming for the Crofton Warriors. Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats, the opponent. Crofton 2-2, Hartington-Newcastle 4-0. Quick look at some of the stats as we get rolling here today. Crofton, certainly the player to watch is Tyson Jackson. 21 touchdowns through 4 games, 98 carries, 861 yards on the year. With a good night tonight, he could go over 1,000 yards. He needs just under 140 for that, and considering his first 4 games, he's averaging over 200 a game. That's certainly within reach. Hartington-Newcastle, Jamison Hymas got to be their player to watch. 689 yards on the ground on the year, 11 touchdowns, 77 carries. Sudbeck, their quarterback, 679 yards through the air as well. 35 of 53, throwing the ball for 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So we are ready to get underway here from Crofton. We got a really good crowd here tonight. Just taking a look at everything, the stadium is packed here in Crofton, Nebraska. Players have taken the field. Hartington-Newcastle is going to kick it away. Back deep, Jace Panning standing on his own 7-yard line as usual. Hartington-Newcastle ready to kick off. And our Northeast Nebraska game of the week here on KYN TV is underway. That's Kane Gratzfeld putting the foot to the football. It's brought in at about the 23, jumping forward to the 25. There is Grant Jordan, the fullback for the Crofton Warriors, and we are rolling. Crofton Warriors will trot out their offense, and here comes the young quarterback in Preston Foxhoven. Foxhoven, the sophomore, found the starting role this season as the quarterback. He's 24 of 40, throwing the football, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Running the football, 51 carries, 115 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Sacks do count against as the yardage is low there, but he's broke some good ones over the season. Crofton's going to line up wide receiver, far out to the right. Panning now in motion, working left to right. They'll hand it to him. Working the sweep. Panning, a little bit of green grass in front of him. He'll take this one for 9. 9 yards on the first play of the game for the Crofton Warriors. 2nd and 1 incoming. They're at the 35-yard line now in their own territory. This drive officially started at the 26. We are just underway now in Crofton at 7:03 p.m. First play in the books. I formation now. Jackson going to be the tailback, or Panning the tailback. Jackson the fullback. Foxhoven back to throw, and he's going deep. He's looking deep for Trevor Allen, and he's got it. Trevor Allen, what a catch! He's in the end zone. Touchdown. Jason Hymas was in coverage and had great coverage. Somehow, some way, Allen was able to bring that in for an incredible touchdown, and Crofton's on the board after 2 plays. 6-0 the score. 45 yards. That'll be 45-yard touchdown pass. Crofton going for 2. I formation again. They'll give it to Tyson Jackson. His first carry of the game comes on a 2-point conversion, and he is in. Crofton starts things off with a bang. A 45-yard touchdown throw from Preston Foxhoven to Trevor Allen. You're listening to KYN TV, our game of the week. Hartington-Newcastle versus the Crofton Warriors. Homecoming starts off with a bang for the hometown Warriors. Back in 30 seconds on KYN TV.
New to the Moody Motor Lot is a 2019 Ford Ranger Lariat Crew Cab for just $31,900. A one-owner 22 Ford Explorer all-wheel drive with leather for just $33,900. A 22 Ford Edge all-wheel drive for just $26,900. And the last one is a 23 one-owner Chevy 3500 Crew Cab LTZ with the Duramax diesel for just $57,900. Great vehicles at great prices are at Moody Motors in Niobrara.
You're in the mood for Moody.
So 2 plays and a touchdown for the Crofton Warriors, showing their big playability right off the bat. Start off the drive with a 9-yard run on a sweep to the right for Jace Panning. Then they instantly go to the air, loading up and firing. Downfield was the sophomore quarterback in Preston Foxhoven. He'll find Trevor Allen, a junior, way downfield. He's able to make that catch and bring it in for the touchdown. 45 yards on that touchdown reception. Crofton starts things up 8-0, and they're going to go onside. Handled well by Hartington-Newcastle. They take it in right at midfield. Crofton was trying to go for the shock play, just get 2 quick possessions right away. Hartington-Newcastle ready for it. I believe that was Chris Kneifel, the junior, who was able to bring that in. Looks like that's one of their offensive linemen in there on that front row, was able to bring that one in. So Hartington-Newcastle will start things off in Crofton territory now at the 38-yard line. They're going to hand it off to their tailback. Going right up the middle here is Ashton Wakely. We've talked about him a lot. He's a fullback, a defensive tackle, and just one of the biggest dudes on the field at any time. He's 6'4", 240, and hard to bring down. He gets 6 on his first carry of the game. Now, that's something we haven't seen a whole lot of this year, is Wakely running the football. In fact, that was only his 4th carry of the season, according to the stats I pulled off Max Preps this morning. He has 3 carries for 9 yards. I think they finally realized nobody's big enough to stop this guy. Let's just give him some carries. And they did the first one of the game to him. Now this time they go to Hymas as usual. Hymas going to take that for first down yardage. Needed 4, got 7. 1st and 10, Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats. I'm telling you, we got a good game ahead of us here tonight. It's 10:30 on the clock in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line in opposing territory already. After the failed onside kick, short yardage situation for the road team Wildcats. Line up in the eye. It's Wakely as the fullback. Hymas the tailback again. They're going to pitch it to him. Hymas going out the edge, trying to turn the corner. Can't do it. Crofton's able to get there in time. It's Panning on the hit. They'll take him down. Porter Bartles also getting in on that tackle. There is a gain of about 3.5 on the play. Hymas, we talked about in the pregame show, 689 yards on the year. That'll bring him up to 699, 1 more yard, and he's over 700 on the season, and he's already got 11 touchdowns. A good season for Jason Hymas. That junior, they get him another year as well. 2nd and 7 now. They're going to give it to Hymas, and there's number 700 and more. Stiff arms a man. He's able to keep moving right near the first down marker. I believe they'll give it to him, and they will. Gain of 7 right at the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10. 1st and 10 from the 15 exactly, right on that marker. 15 yards to the end zone. Hartington-Newcastle trying to tie up this ball game. Another one of those games where there's a solid chance. 2-point conversions may be the decider when it's all said and done. I'm really expecting a close game here. This is going to be fun. So 1st and 10 from the 15. Sudbeck under center. He's going to give it to Wakely again. Wakely, only his 5th carry of the season and his 2nd of the game. He'll rumble forward for about 2 before he's tripped up at the ankles. So 2nd down here for the Wildcats. 8:50 on the clock. Maybe give him 3 there, actually. Forward progress. I formation again. Same formation. They fake to Wakely. Now they're throwing. They've got an open man, and it's missed in the end zone. Carter Kelly was wide open, ready to catch a touchdown. Just missed by his quarterback, Sudbeck. Sudbeck threw it to the wrong shoulder. So it'll be 3rd down and about 7 here. Sudbeck trots back to the sideline, getting the play from his coach. Coaching matchup today, Rusty Fuller, Johnny Ostermeyer. Ostermeyer, the first-year head coach for the Warriors, after the retirement of the longtime coach and Tom Allen from last season. Rusty Fuller, been here a few years for Hartington-Newcastle. .8:37 on the clock. After the interception, pistol set, handoff, tailback. Nope, kept it himself. Sudbeck breaking free, 1 man to beat, gets past him into the end zone. Touchdown. Austin Sudbeck with the score. And this is a 2-point game. Here's the 2-point conversion incoming. 8-6 your score. Sudbeck scores. About 12 out. So that's another 6 for the Wildcats. 8:27 on the clock, 8-6 score. Here's the 2-point conversion. Line up in the eye again. Imus the tailback, Wakely the fullback, Sudbeck under center. All three of them have had carries on this drive. Sudbeck just had the score from 12 out. This time they fake it. They're throwing. Go to Wakely. He's caught it in the end zone. Wakely's in for the 2-point conversion. We are tied up at 8. 8:27 on the clock here in the first quarter. We'll take a break, come back, and keep things rolling. Crofton's getting the ball back on homecoming in 30 seconds.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
All right, back here on KYN TV, ready for the kickoff. Hartington-Newcastle, Crofton on the airwaves tonight. The lights are on, the sun is setting. Still hot, 77 degrees. That temperature will fall as the night rolls on. Squib kick for Hartington-Newcastle, brought in at the 20, taken out to about the 25 before first contact. 30-yard line, the man will go down. That's Jordan again, the fullback for the Warriors, able to get a hold of that. So 2 returns for Jordan, 5 in the first, or 6 on the first return, about 10 here. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line in their own territory. Nebraska 8-man football, 40-yard line is midfield. It's an 80-yard field here. Shortened sidelines as well. Crofton lines up. They're going to put Panning in motion again, working left to right. They'll pitch it to him. Nope, it's going to be brought in by the fullback. Looks like Tyson Jackson. Both players went for the ball there. Jackson reached behind him and was able to grab it. Panning was looking for it as well. There was confusion there. But Crofton, Jackson was able to make the most out of it and still able to get about 7 on that. Tyson Jackson, second carry of the game. His first was on the 2-point conversion. This one, a little better, goes for 7 yards. No, can't say better. He scored on the last one for 2 points. Going to pitch to Jordan now. This time Jordan working backwards, now going upfield. Jordan downfield for a gain of 10 and a first down for the Crofton Warriors. They're across midfield in Hartington-Newcastle territory. Jordan's first carry of the ball game. On offense, he's had 2 kick returns. So 1st and 10 Warriors here. Foxhoven drops back to throw. 3-step drop. Now rolling out to his right. Dumps it off to his outlet man. That's Jackson. Jackson's got it. He's going down the sideline. Breaking tackles. Breaking 2 tackles. Down to the 10-yard line. Tyson Jackson with a 23-yard catch and run. Good instincts from Foxhoven there, the young quarterback. Sensing he needs to get rid of it, just dumps it off to his outlet man and Jackson does the rest. Tight roping down the sideline, breaking 2 tackles. Panning in motion again, working left to right. They're going to pitch it to him again. He's got it this time. Panning spins off a man, spins off a second. He's down inside the 5, down to the 2, maybe even the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Crofton Warriors. 7 minutes on the clock. Give him the 2-yard line, an 8-yard run for Panning there. His second carry of the game. First one went for 9, that one 8. 2 yards away from taking back the lead of the Crofton Warriors. Jackson the tailback in the eye. They'll give it to him. Going right up the right guard, and he is in for the touchdown. Tyson Jackson once again. No stranger to the end zone this season. Tyson Jackson's 22nd touchdown of the year. And a 2-yard touchdown run it is. Had to sneeze there for a second. 2-point conversion is no good. It'll be Foxhoven trying to take it on the bootleg. Hartington-Newcastle was ready for it. 14-8 your score, 6:48 on the clock here in that first. We're going to go ahead and take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back. Hartington-Newcastle trying to even up the game when we return. This is Northeast Nebraska High School football on KYN TV.
Mount Marty is committed to excellence in nursing.
We really go the extra mile to care for our students as a whole person. My name is Crystal Diedrichsen. I am an associate professor of nursing at Mount Marty. As a Catholic Benedictine university, we can incorporate God and prayer in our regular classwork and interactions with students. And in addition to that, we care about the students in other aspects of their lives.
Start your journey at mountmarty.edu.
Crofton leads this game 14-8 now. 6:48 on the clock in the first quarter. Third touchdown of the game so far. Crofton with 2, Hartington-Newcastle with 1. We are only half a quarter underway, but these two teams lighten up the scoreboard so far. Crofton ready to receive this kick, ready to kick this away. Hartington-Newcastle ready to receive. Last time, Crofton tried kicking onside. This time, they'll put it deep, end-over-end kick. It's going to be brought in at about the 10-yard line. Jump step, taken out to the 25 for, looks like that is Keaton Arns on the return before he's taken down. About the 27-yard line, they'll give it. And we are back on offense for Hartington-Newcastle. Last time they were out, Wakely had a couple of good carries, caught a 2-point conversion. But the touchdown was from the quarterback in Sudbeck. Ran it in from 12 yards out. First and 10, Wildcats. We're going to give it to, nope, we're going to fake it to Wakely. Quarterback going up the middle with it himself. And short gain of 4. Decent on first down. Maybe give him 5 there. Sudbeck trots to the sideline a little slowly there as he's getting the play in. But he's still rolling. Second carry of the game for the quarterback. So 2nd and 5 now for the Warriors. 6:04 on the clock. 14-8 score. Thrown over the middle of the field. Dangerous pass. Nearly taken away by Preston Foxhoven, a sophomore who's had quite a few interceptions on the season to this point. He's been a ball hawk on the defensive side of things. They were trying for the fullback Wakely right up the seam. Hoping everyone would forget about the fullback, but nobody did. It's hard to forget about Wakely because he's 6'4", 240. Just a towering dude. Hartington-Newcastle spreads things out this time on 3rd and 5. 4 receivers set, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. 1 in motion. Fake to him, going up the middle now. Here's the quarterback, Sudbeck. He's across the line to gain. He's got a first down run and more. Gain of 13 for Austin Sudbeck. Hartington-Newcastle in business now in Crofton territory. 5:50 on the clock, 14-8 score. Same formation, 2 far to the right, 2 to the left as well. Sudbeck, the quarterback, alone in the backfield. And the refs are going to blow this one dead. Timeout by Crofton. They're a little out of sorts. They got to talk things over. We'll do the same. Timeout's brought to you by Top Crop. We'll take that 30-second timeout, come back after this. 14-8, Crofton leads on KYN TV.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. we make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Out of the top crop, timeout. 1st and 10 Wildcats. Rushes on as the quarterback Sudbeck delivers, but he is taken to the ground. Porter Bartles with good pressure right out of the timeout. Incomplete pass. Looking for Carter Kelly, but good hit there from Porter Bartles, the junior D end. 5:37 on the clock here, 14-8 score. Second and 10. Handoff tailback Hymas this time. Hymas finding a little bit of space, and he'll run it for 9. Right up the middle. First hit was about 7 yards downfield. Good blocking. So 3rd and 2 now incoming for the Wildcats here. 5:18 on the clock here. Third down and pretty short here for the Wildcats. I formation, they're going to give it to Hymas again. Hymas hit at the line of scrimmage. Second effort gets him across the line to gain. He'll have a run of about 4, needed 2. 1st and 10 Wildcats once again, 14-8 score. 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. First and 10. Hartington-Newcastle. They've been running the ball pretty effectively, done just about all of it on the ground tonight. Young quarterback in Sudbeck, who has been effective this season. Pretty bottled up in the passing game, only 1 completed pass to this point. It was on the 2-point conversion after the first score. Looks like they're throwing it again. 4-man set. Nope, they fake it, and they're going to run it up the middle. Quarterback draw. Alone in the backfield was Sudbeck. He runs the draw up the middle, taken down by Jackson. About 7 yards downfield, 2nd and 3 incoming. So Sudbeck should be his 4th carry of the game. He's got a touchdown of 12 yards already. Hymas met at the line of scrimmage on the next play. He'll go down after a half-yard gain. 3rd down. 3:50 on the clock, 14-8 score. So 3rd and about 1 yard to go for the Wildcats. I formation again. Wakely, the fullback. They're going to go right up the middle with the quarterback, Sudbeck, and he's got it. Sudbeck, a gain of 5 on 3rd and 1 on that sneak, just right up the middle. A-gap was open. Just went straight forward. 3:30 and counting on the clock. 14-8 score. First and goal, that'll be now at the 9-yard line of the Wildcats. Sudbeck wrestled to the ground after another short gain. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 6. 3-yard gain, Sudbeck. Second and goal for the Wildcats. 3 minutes left to play. We're still in the first quarter. Looking for our 4th score of the first. 14-8 right at the moment. Wildcats knocking on the door, tying the ball game. Sudbeck going up the middle. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Second effort, he'll lunge forward to the 4-yard line, but it's going to be 3rd and goal. Maybe only the 5. Gain of 1 there for Sudbeck. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats. Certainly 2-down territory, down only 6. 2:30 on the clock, first quarter. Third and 5, 2:15 on the clock, 14-8 score. Handoff, Hymas taken down after another short gain. We got 4th and goal incoming. A good stop from Trevor Allen. Hymas only a yard there. So we got 3 yards on first down, 1 on second, 1 on third. And we're at the 4-yard line now. Hartington-Newcastle knocking on the door, trying to tie up this ball game. 14-8 score. Down 6 are the Wildcats, still in the first quarter. Fourth and goal, here we go, empty set. There's the snap, throwing the ball, knocked away. Incomplete, ball knocked away at the line of scrimmage. I think that was Tyson Jackson who got a hand on it. Hartington-Newcastle struggling to throw the football early. That'll be a turnover on downs. Crofton's getting the ball back, up 6. So 1st and 10, Crofton. They're going to run the option, moving to the right side. Pitch to Tyson Jackson. He'll take it for first down yardage. Gain of 10.5 on first down. And Crofton's in business. Warriors slow to get up here. One of the offensive linemen, looks like that's Tyson Sanger. He's going to have to come off here. They're going to check on him. Sanger is walking off the field under his own power now. He did get up just a little slowly. We'll give you an update on him if we can, but for the moment, it's 1st and 10, Crofton once again. After a 10-yard run for Tyson Jackson. They're going to try Panning now on the left side. He'll turn the corner, 1 man to beat. Can't get past him, a good form tackle downfield by Hymas. But Panning, gain of 9.5, right at the sticks. Are they going to give him the first down? Yes, they will. Right at it. They're going to rule first down. Crofton Warriors, another gain of 10. Panning's 3rd carry of the game. His 3 carries have gone 9 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards. 1st and 10. Jackson in motion now. They're going to fake it to him. Nope, they gave it to him. Jackson going off the right side of his right guard, and another good run. Breaking tackles, run of about 10. It'll be marked down right at the sticks again. Are they going to give it to him? Depends on the spot. I'd say it looks like they will. Ooh, we're going to mark it this time. I'd say this one was closer than the last one, are we? Nah, they should give that. Oh, we're going to measure? Nope, there it is. There's the ruling. They're going to give it to him. Another gain of 10 for Tyson Jackson. 45.9 seconds on the clock. Clock is moving in the final stages of the first quarter. Crofton leads 14-8, and they are moving. They're at the 35-yard line now in their own territory. This drive started at their own 4. Foxhoven running the football. He's got men all over him. Maybe needs to just throw this one away. Ended up taking a loss there, a loss of about a half a yard for Foxhoven. But that is all. Could have been a lot worse there. And Crofton does not have to snap it again before the end of the quarter. 15 seconds and counting. Tyson Sanger is back out there, by the way. Sanger is back out there. Was shaken up earlier in this drive. He's back out there at left tackle. And off tailback Jackson. That's going to do it for the first quarter. A run of 4 on first down. And at the end of 1, Crofton leads 14-8. I'm Tehl Tanner. You're listening to Northeast Nebraska High School Football on KYN TV. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Irrigation, who needs it? After this wet summer, maybe that thought has crossed your mind. Every growing year is different. Christensen Well and Irrigation wants to help you prepare for the seasons ahead. They recommend pulling your irrigation pump if it's been in the ground 20 years or more. Assessing your pump during the fall and winter avoids breakdowns during the growing season. Call 402-254-6809 or visit christensenwell.com. Christensen Well and Irrigation of Hartington and Wakefield is a certified Renke Irrigation Systems dealer. Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and XtendFlex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
All right, rolling here in the second quarter. Panning in motion to start things off for Crofton. They'll fake it to him. Foxhoven throw him to him on the left side. He's got it 3 yards downfield. Or actually about at the line of scrimmage, and he'll only get about a yard there. So a 1 yard catch and run there for Panning. Caught it behind the line of scrimmage. Warrior football. I think this is 4th down. Warriors going for it on 4th and 5. They've got giving it to Jackson. Jackson, he's got first down yardage. 4th and 5, a run of 7. That was a crucial play there for the Crofton Warriors. This drive started at their own 4-yard line. Trying to go all the way down the field, 76 yards for Crofton on this 80-yard field. 1st and 10. Foxhoven dropping back to throw. Thrown over the middle of the field. He's got Allen. Allen, decent gain of about 8 or 9. 2nd down for the Warriors. Trevor Allen's 2nd catch of the game. He had a 45-yard touchdown catch on the 2nd play of the game for the Crofton Warriors. That started off the scoring today. 14-8 currently your score, 10:40 on the clock. Second down, and flags fly right at the start of this one. These will be our first flags of this ball game, though, if I'm not mistaken. This is the first time we've seen this. Encroachment on the defense is the call as well, so on 2nd and about a yard or 2. Give Crofton 5, and they'll have 1st and 10 inside of the 20-yard line. A red zone possession now for the Crofton Warriors at the 19-yard line of the Wildcats. Crofton, a heavy drive going downfield, trying to go up 2 possessions after a goal line stand. They stood on 4th down at the 4-yard line. They have been rolling downfield. Flags fly on the next play. Panning takes it for a gain of about 4 here, but looks like this one's coming back. There were groans from the home crowd, and I think we've got a holding call incoming on the Warriors. Yep.
Your attention, please. Laura Clark, your wallet has been turned into the announcer's booth. Laura Clark.
So 1st and, or actually it'll be replay that, and they're walking it off, and looks like we got about 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Be 1st and 19. 1st and 19 here. Spot foul. Happened 1 yard downfield. Crofton were in motion and did not snap the football. Johnny Ostermeyer did not like what he was seeing here. They're going to run it again. Same formation, same motion. Panning gets it, now cuts back. Panning going to get a little bit of yardage here. Back close to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11 incoming, back to the 20. Panning gains about 8 there. So 2nd down, Crofton Warriors. 9:40 on the clock, 14-8 score before halftime. Jackson in motion this time, they'll give it to him. Jackson working his way up the middle, and he is gone. Into the end zone, Tyson Jackson from 20 yards out. It was 1st and 19 for the Crofton Warriors. Hartington-Newcastle just not able to capitalize on the field position. Tyson Jackson, 2 plays after that penalty, takes it in from 20 out. 20-yard touchdown run, Tyson Jackson, his second touchdown of the day, his 23rd of the season. Crofton lines up for the 2-point conversion. They got their first one of the evening. They did miss their second one. Jackson in motion again. They give it to him, going up the middle. Jackson meets a wall right at the goal line, is able to push through. 2-point conversion is good. Crofton leads this ball game 22-8. 9:30 on the clock. Back here in 30 seconds on KYN TV.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hartington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a fifth-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hartington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
So a 76-yard drive after Crofton's defense held at their own 4-yard line. They get it back after a turnover on downs, incomplete pass on 4th and goal, and they march 76 yards all the way down the field in this 80-yard, 8-man field, and they get it in. Tyson Jackson with a 20-yard touchdown run to cap off that drive. 22-8 is the score. Jackson scores the 2-point conversion as well. Crofton leads by 2 possessions now. Hartington-Newcastle now having a crucial possession incoming. They were turned away near the goal line on their last possession. They've got to go get some points here. You cannot give it back to Crofton again before halftime and let them potentially go up 3 possessions here in this game. This is a very big possession. Hymas returns the kick. He'll take it out to the 24-yard line. There is Laundry on the field. Laundry on the field here for the Wildcats. See who this is on. It might add to the end of the run or really start them in bad field position at the 24-yard line where they return the kick to. That is going to be on the Wildcats. That's a bad start to this crucial drive. So holding on the receiving team, back them up 10 yards. It was right at the end of the play, looks like. They'll go back to the 15. Officially marked them at the 25, go back to the 15. So from the 15-yard line, the drive now starts. Hartington-Newcastle, a long way to go. A very crucial drive. They're dropping back to throw. Nobody open downfield. I think there was some confusion. Sudbeck just kind of tucked it and ran. Able to get it about 2 yards out of it, which is a lot better than it looked like they were going to get there. It looked like he was going backwards for a moment. Was able to run forward at the last second, save the yardage. 9 minutes left in the half. 22-8 your score. Hartington-Newcastle trailing Crofton on the road here tonight. So 2nd and 8 here incoming. Austin Sudbeck, the quarterback. Pistol set, Hymas the single back. He'll fake it to him. Going up the middle is Sudbeck, taking that option. He'll go to the 21-yard line. 3rd down. Good opportunity for the Crofton Warriors to get off the field here.
21-yard line.
3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats, and they're deep in their own territory at their own 21-yard line. Not 4-down territory. Really need this one. Empty set for receivers. Snap taken, throwing downfield. Open man, completed pass across midfield, across the 30, down near the 25-yard line. Krause. Way down the field. 35 yards is the catch and run, looks like, from Sudbeck to Krause. That is the first completed pass downfield for Sudbeck. His only completed pass today before that came on the first 2-point conversion attempt of the game for the Wildcats. Here's going to be a second screen pass to the outside, finds Hymas. He'll get to the 20-yard line.
Just down to the 20-yard line, taken down by Grant Jordan.
Gain of 4. 2nd and 6 incoming. So back-to-back completions here for Sudbeck. He's starting to get into a rhythm. Crofton not lined up well. They left a man wide open on the far side of the field. They'll throw to the near side of the field instead. That was Keaton Arns. Got that screen pass. And he'll get about 5.5 there. 2 feet away from the first down marker. It's Arns. I think we're going to measure this, actually. It's right on it. First measurement of the game. We've had a couple of close ones that we could have measured. We're going to measure this one here. 7:04 on the clock. 22-8 score. Crucial drive for the Wildcats, and here's the measurement. And it looks like he's short. Yep, just short. Couple inches away. Call it 6. So it'll be 3rd down now, and this is certainly 4-down territory. At the 15-yard line of Crofton are the Wildcats. 2 downs to get a foot, maybe less. Sudbeck under center in the eye. You got to expect he's just going straight up the middle with it. He'll hand off Hymas, actually. Hymas hit at the line of scrimmage. Did he get the first down? Looks like he did. Gain of 1. Hymas with the first down. Trevor Allen, a little shaken up on the play. He's going to come off the field slowly. Allen has had injury troubles this season, has missed a game. Jackson aligned, going to come in for him. 6:51 on the clock. Empty set for receivers. Austin Sudbeck looking like he's going to throw this from the 14-yard line. Fake into the end zone, not firing. Pump fake, now throws it. Finds a man, completed pass inside of the 5-yard line. There is flags on the field. Now 2 of them, a late one came in, and Crofton was clapping there. There might be multiple fouls on the Wildcats. I thought the first one might have been a holding on the offense. Second one came in right at the end of the play, and the Warriors were clapping about it. 6:35 on the clock here before halftime. 2 different penalties. I wouldn't be surprised if they're both on the Wildcats here. We got to wait for the official word, but one is back in the area for holding. And that's exactly what it is. The first one was holding. Now the second one is the interesting one. It's personal foul on the Wildcats as well. Wow, so holding plus a personal foul on that play. The Wildcats in a crucial possession. They were at the 14-yard line of Crofton, and they're going to be backed up a mile here after a couple of bonehead mistakes. You can't have personal fouls. It looks like somebody said something to the Crofton Warriors, and you just cannot do that. So there's the 15-yard walk-off. Now they're walking off the 10. They're stacking both of them on top of each other. And we're back setting the ball at midfield. The first down marker is the 4-yard line of Crofton. That is the first down marker. We are setting the ball at midfield. Terrible mistakes by the Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats on that last play. 2 bad fouls and backed up to midfield. Only good news for them is that happened on first down. So potentially they've got 4 downs to get basically to the end zone. They can get a first down if they get inside of the 4-yard line. But they're going to be trying to go deep here. Crofton already playing like they're playing for the pass, and they are passing. Sudbeck trying to throw downfield. He's got a man over the middle of the field and hit twice. Couple of good hits right at the 20-yard line, but a good gain of 20 yards. For Krause again, Krause catches a 20-yard pass. Hartington-Newcastle, after 2nd and 36, it'll be 2nd and looks like 16 now from the 20-yard line. A little more doable now after a great first down catch. Krause was hit right away by 2 different Warriors and goes to the ground heavily. Hymas in motion, nope. Ball's on the ground, fumble, picks it up to Sudbeck. Sudbeck throws to the end zone, and it is caught! Touchdown! 2 plays later, Hartington-Newcastle erases their mistakes with a touchdown. Krause again. Krause did it all himself there. Had 40 yards to go. 2 plays, 20 yards on each play. Hartington-Newcastle able to get in the end zone and make this a 1-possession game once again. Here's the 2-point conversion. Sudbeck, empty set, throwing to his right. Completed pass again. 2-point conversion is good. 22-14 now your score. 16 now your score. 22-16. Back here in 30 seconds, you're listening to our game of the week, Northeast Nebraska High School Football on KYN TV.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game. It's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
Well, a 20-yard touchdown pass to Krause for the touchdown. Hartington-Newcastle now trails this game only 22-16. One possession game, once again trailing by 6 now are the Wildcats. 5:50 on the clock. Here's the kick, a short one, brought in by the second level. Grant Jordan again, he's returned all 3 kickoffs today. He'll take it out past the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Good starting field position for the Warriors. So on that last drive, Hartington-Newcastle had 1st and 36. And somehow, some way, they were able to get out of it on back-to-back 20-yard passes. They were at midfield, back-to-back 20-yard passes and a touchdown, both of them going to Mason Krause. Impressive from the Wildcats, able to erase the mistakes of penalties late in that drive. Turn to the passing game. It worked well. Jace Panning going to run the first play of this drive for the Crofton Warriors. Take it across midfield to the 39 in opposing territory. Gain of 4. Foxhoven going to line up 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. In the shotgun, it's Jackson off his right shoulder. He'll fake it to him. Nope, he's going to run the option with him. Pitch it to Jackson. He'll go down about another 4 yards downfield. 3rd down. Be 3rd and short 3 here. 5 minutes left in the half. As we get to late in this half, keep in mind, Crofton won the toss and elected to receive the opening kickoff. Hartington-Newcastle will receive the second half kickoff as these teams are strategizing at the end of the half here. Jackson again running this football. Looks like he's got 1st down yardage right at it. And then a late shove after the play. The home crowd does not like it. Crofton faithful looking for another flag. They didn't get it. Jackson was shoved to the ground pretty late there. And it's going to be 4th down that he did not get it. The spot from the officials is about a foot short. And we're going to measure this again. Why are we measuring? All right, we're going to measure. So the chain gang is going to come out, take a look at this ball. I'm actually lined up right on the line, so I've got a good view of this one. And it looks pretty short to me, and it is in fact short. All right, so the measurement in the books, 4:14 on the clock, 22-6 your score. Crofton got another couple of feet to get there. So 4th down for the Crofton Warriors. Very big opportunity for Hartington-Newcastle. Once again, they receive the second half kickoff, and there's 4 minutes left in the first half. I formation, up the middle, Jackson going to convert that one. They actually switched things off. Tyson Jackson got under center that time, goes forward for 2 yards and the 1st down. Preston Foxhoven was the tailback on that one. Crofton broke the huddle and lined up quickly. Hartington-Newcastle didn't have time to register that the tailback was lining up under center, and we probably need to cover that A-gap pretty hard. Good execution from the Warriors there. Back in their usual formation now, running the option, pitch to Jackson on the right side. Jackson tripped up, shoestring tackle, 6 yards downfield. 2nd and 4 incoming from the 25. 3:45 on the clock before halftime. Crofton needs to take as much time as they possibly can off the clock on this drive, leave as little as possible for the Wildcats. They're at the 25-yard line in opposing territory. It's only second down. 2nd and 4 now, dropping back to pass. Foxhoven, never mind, going for 6, all the way to the end zone. Incomplete pass, it'll stop the clock. He was looking for Trevor Allen. Not going to find him, and the incompletion stops the clock. It's now 3rd down, 3 minutes and 24 seconds left. So Crofton trying to put points up on the board here on 2nd and 4 with 3 minutes left. Maybe they're trying to have another possession before the end of the half. Third and 4. Pitch to Panning, working off the left side. There's a man right in his face, jukes him out. Stiff arm, near the first down marker. They might give it to him. Gain of 5. Yeah, baby, he's got that. So, 1st and 10, Warriors from the 20. 3:23 on the clock. And the clock will start moving once again. Crofton has a chance to take a little more time off. That incompletion stopped it for a moment, now back rolling. I believe that was Foxhoven's first incompletion on the day, by the way. 1st and 10 from the 20. Give to Jackson. Jackson off the left side. Stutter step. Breaks a tackle. Going down inside the 5. Flag is down as he is taken all the way down to the 4-yard line. Rumble, bumble, stumble does Jackson all the way to the 4, but Crofton is backing up here. The flag is sitting on the 12. Officials talking about this one. They're walking it off. I missed the signal. Crofton faithful not happy with the call, shouting, "Where's the 2 others?" They were looking for those against Hartington-Newcastle earlier, didn't get them. So we'll replay the down. It is 1st down. That holding penalty did come in way downfield, by the way, so it's only 1st and 11. So we're basically just replaying. But, oh, there's a sack. Preston Foxhoven taken down in the backfield. He was hit very lightly by Colton Kavanaugh. And he'll go down for a 2-yard loss as he was stumbling out of it, and he got up right away, fired up, that he wasn't able to stay on his feet. That will go in the books as a sack and a 2-yard loss for Foxhoven there. It'll be 2nd and 13 now. Crofton going backwards. Quick screen, throw to the right side. Panning's got it. Panning trying to find space. There's not a whole lot there. Swung to the ground after a gain of 2 or 3. It'll be 3rd down. I think we've got a timeout by the Warriors here with 2:13 on the clock here. You want to let that clock run off a little bit, but a timeout taken right at the end of the play. Hartington-Newcastle going to save some time here at the end of this one. 22-16 the score. Timeout Crofton. We'll take it with them back in 30 seconds on KYN TV.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
So crucial 3rd down, 3rd and about 10, back to the original line of scrimmage are the Crofton Warriors. I formation, Jackson the tailback, coming out of the timeout from top crop. Running the sweep to the left side. Jackson a little bit of space. He's got enough yardage to think about 4th down. I'd assume they'd go for it here. 4th and 2 incoming after a gain of 8 for Tyson Jackson. 4th and 2 Warriors. The offense does indeed stay out on the field. They're at the 12-yard line of their opponent. I formation again. Everybody in close. Jackson only about 2 yards behind his quarterback. Everybody in tight. And a timeout taken once again. I think this one by Hartington-Newcastle with 1:48 on the clock. 4th down. We're going to keep this one right here as we talk about this ball game and thank our sponsor, Top Crop. Sponsors our timeouts. Maximize your success this season with top-notch crop consulting and services offered at Top Crop. Visit topcropinc.com. Also shout out Security Bank. Score big with all the products and services offered at Security Bank. That's my kind of bank. Crofton breaks the huddle in the timeout. They're running back out there. Here come the Wildcats as well. Crucial 4th down. Hartington-Newcastle up in this game 22-16 with 1:48 left before halftime. Hartington-Newcastle with a chance to get the ball back near the end of this half. 4th down. Jackson in motion. Hard count. Nobody jumped. Good discipline from the Wildcats. Foxhoven resetting. And there's a flag coming in. I think we had a false start on the offense. False start on Crofton. Coach Ostermeyer's upset, trying to get an explanation from the official. So Crofton tried the hard count. Nobody jumped. And then they start resetting their play, so people start moving, and they call false start. Normally you don't call a false start in that situation because you're allowed to move and a little bit in that because you're resetting and you're getting new instructions from the quarterback. Everybody turned their head to look at the sideline to get the play called in, and that was enough for a false start, I guess. So 4th and 6 now is the line to gain. 6 yards for Crofton. Jackson not going to get it. They're going to roll out, throw into the right. Trevor Allen caught it. Touchdown, Crofton Warriors. Into the end zone. Trevor Allen again. From the 16-yard line, looks like. Allen's having one heck of a game. His 2nd touchdown catch. 2-point conversion attempt incoming, 28-16. Crofton by 12 here. They're going to give it to Jackson. Jackson working to his left, trying to find the pylon, and he's going to get there. Ball hits the pylon. 2-point conversion is good. Jackson is in. And another 8 for the Crofton Warriors. 30-16 your score. Crofton Warriors on top of this ball game. 1:41 left and 2 timeouts for Hartington-Newcastle. Back in 30 seconds on KYN TV.
New to the Moody Motor Lot is a 2019 Ford Ranger Lariat Crew Cab for just $31,900. A one-owner 22 Ford Explorer all-wheel drive with leather for just $33,900. A 22 Ford Edge all-wheel drive for just $26,900. And the last one is a 23 one-owner Chevy 3500 Crew Cab LTZ with the Duramax diesel for just $57,900. Great vehicles at great prices are at Moody Motors in Niobrara.
You're in the mood for Moody.
1:41 on the clock before halftime. 30-16 your score. During that little timeout, it was Hartington-Newcastle player Mason Krause, the senior defensive back who got up real slowly, did just finish walking off the field under his own power, and we are ready for the kickoff now. Crofton ready to kick this one away after a very good scoring drive. They're able to get down the field and score from 16 yards out. A touchdown pass from Paxton Foxhoven to Trevor Allen on 4th and 6. They get it in from 16 yards out. Crofton leads this game 30-16. Crofton, end over end, deep kick this time, brought in at the 7-yard line. And taken out to the 15 only is Keaton Arns. Arns a short return on that one. 1:34 on the clock again, 30-16 your score. We got our halftime show coming up here on KYN TV. Go over all the stats from the first half for both teams. Hartington-Newcastle trying to score one more time. They're going to throw over to the left side. Hymas juking a man out, staying on his feet. He's down the left sideline, tracked down across the 30 in Crofton territory from the 15. Almost 40 yards, 38 is going to be the catch and run for Hymas. Just on a little screen to the outside. 38 yards way downfield, a minute 22 on the clock. Sudbeck takes the snap, looking to throw. Going to take off with it. He's wrapped up. Gain of 1, maybe 2 here. The pass rush got to him, 1:13 on the clock. Hartington-Newcastle still plenty of time and only 20 yards to go. A minute 8 left. They're moving quick, though. They've already snapped again on second down. Maybe a little too quickly. They're nothing rolling. Outlet pass. They are able to get it to Arns, but he stays in bounds. Doesn't go out of bounds. Not a bad time to use the second timeout. They've still got 2 left. 57 seconds left. Clock stops as the chains move. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Another good pass, though, from Sudbeck. 55 seconds left. Sudbeck now throwing to the left side. Got another completed pass inside the 10. Taken down is Hymas. And there's the timeout. Timeout taken by Hartington-Newcastle. I believe they still have 1 left. 45 seconds left in the first half. Back in 30 seconds on a timeout from Top Crop.
Union people are my people, dreaming big, keeping life simple, saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall, together we rise, together we call. Credit Union people are my people, it's true, and I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
.5 seconds left in the first half. Sudbeck gonna go down for a sack on the next play. Right out of the timeout, big play. Trey Tramp going backwards here are the Wildcats, and they're taking their 3rd and final timeout. Sudbeck was running the option, kept it himself. Tramp was studying film. They did that option a lot last week. Crofton was ready for it. 36.9 seconds left, and a loss of 5 for Sudbeck. Once again, another timeout brought to you today by Top Crop. Maximize your success this season with top-notch crop consulting and services offered at Top Crop. Visit topcropinc.com. .9 seconds remaining, 30-6 your score. Third down from the 14 in Crofton territory. 40 seconds left in the first half. 30-16. Down 2 possession are the Wildcats. They will receive the second half kick. In motion is Arns. They're going to throw it. They've got a man. It's Krause. Short gain, and Krause goes down in bounds. They've got to snap it again quick, and this is 4th down. Krause gain of only 2. They've got to snap it with 25 seconds left. Sudbeck throws to the end zone. Moving too quickly there were the Wildcats. They had 30 seconds to get lined up, and they snap it in 5 seconds instead. They hurry too much. Incomplete pass. Crofton was ready for it. Their defense stands for the 2nd time in the red zone.
And the Warriors take over 1st and 10.
Wildcats got just a little too hurried there. Had a little more time to take, but was too focused on getting the snap off. 19 seconds left. Crofton knows no timeouts for the Wildcats. They can just kneel this and go into the locker room. They're going to pitch it to Jackson. He's going to go up the middle. 1 play, gain of 2, and that will probably do it for the first half. Clock's not running, however. Clock's not running. All right, there's the clock running. And yep, that will do it for the first half. No timeouts for the Wildcats. Crofton going to go into the locker room up 30-16, and a stand in the red zone for the second time tonight for the Warriors. You're listening to KYN TV's Game of the Week here in Northeast Nebraska high school football. Hartington-Newcastle at Crofton tonight. 30-16, the Crofton Warriors lead. Back in a couple of minutes, we'll start off our halftime show on KYN TV.
Mount Marty is committed to excellence in nursing.
We really go the extra mile to care for our students as a whole person. My name is Crystal Diedrichsen. I am an associate professor of nursing at Mount Marty. As a Catholic Benedictine university, we can incorporate God and prayer in our regular classwork and interactions with students. And in addition to that, we care about the students in other aspects of their lives.
Start your journey at mountmarty.edu.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When it comes to Friday night football, teamwork makes the difference. And when it comes to your fields, trust Christensen Well and Irrigation, your local Ranky dealer. From wells and pumps to irrigation systems, Christensen Well has the experience and service you can count on to keep your operation running strong. This season, keep your crops in winning shape with the field leader in irrigation. Christensen Well and Irrigation in Hartington, a proud supporter of our area student athletes. Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hartington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a fifth-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today, Bank of Hartington. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game. It's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
Mount Marty is committed to excellence in nursing.
We really go the extra mile to care for our students as a whole person. My name is Crystal Diedrichsen. I am an associate professor of nursing at Mount Marty. As a Catholic Benedictine university, we can incorporate God and prayer in our regular classwork and interactions with students. And in addition to that, we care about the students in other aspects of their lives.
Start your journey at mountmarty.edu.
All right, let's go ahead and start things here on our halftime show from Christensen Well in Irrigation. Built on over 50 years of experience in the water well drilling industry and your local Tehl Irrigation Systems dealer. Visit them on Facebook or at christensenwell.com. Start rolling through it here. We can go through our scoring plays and then take a look at our stats today. I've just about finished adding them all up here at halftime. When we go over those stats I keep myself, by the way, through these broadcasts. They are not 100% accurate, but they're pretty close to give you an idea of who's doing what. This, however, is accurate as we roll through our scoring plays here today. It started off with Crofton. They score just 43 seconds into this game. It was their second offensive snap. The first one was a 9-yard run by Jace Banning, and then right after that, it was a 45-yard touchdown pass. Preston Foxhoven to Trevor Allen way downfield. Great coverage by the Wildcats. Trevor Allen somehow able to come away with it. They get the 2-point conversion in, 8-0. That's 11-17 in the clock in the first. Hartington-Newcastle answers. They go right down the field, and they score as well. It was Austin Sudbeck, the senior quarterback, on a 12-yard touchdown run to get the score tied up, even at 8 apiece. Crofton, their next possession, they go down the field, and they score once again. 6:48 on the clock in the first quarter, 14-8 your score after a Tyson Jackson 2-yard touchdown run. After that, Crofton has scored on 2 possessions. Hartington has scored on their only possession. They drive down the field. They get to the 4-yard line, and they're stuffed on 4th and goal. 4th and goal for the Wildcats. They're stuffed. It was a tough time for the Wildcats there. Crofton then gets it back, and they go 76 yards. 76 yards downfield for the Crofton Warriors. They are able to go and score with 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. 22-8 is our score at that point after a 20-yard Tyson Jackson run. Then it gets into clutch time here. We're getting into a crucial period. We're at 22-8. Hartington-Newcastle gets the ball back with just under 6 minutes before halftime, and they really need to go do something with the ball. If they give it back to Crofton, Crofton was not stopped in that first half offensively. Solid chance they might have gone down 3 possessions at that point. They get all the way down to about the, I think it was the 15, 16-yard line is where they were set up in the red zone, and disaster strikes. They have personal fouls, holding calls. They are backed up all the way to midfield. The first down marker was the 4-yard line, and the ball was set on midfield, and it still only took them 2 plays. Back-to-back 20-yard passes, the second one for a touchdown to Krause from Sudbeck, and we're at 22-16, and it's looking like we got a game again. Crofton then goes and scores at the end of the first half once again with 1:41 left. They're able to get down and get a 16-yard touchdown pass. Foxhoven to Allen on 4th down to make it 30-16. This is a 14-point ball game. Still 2 possessions. That is important. Crofton was able to score again at the end of the half, but still a 2-possession game here. 16-yard touchdown pass. Foxhoven to Allen to end it. Hartington-Newcastle gets it back. They drive down the field at the end of the half, but they are turned away. Last second, 4th down pass into the end zone, batted down by the Warriors. So that's what we saw. That's what happened here in the first half on KYN TV. I'm Tehl here for Hot Country 93.1 Facebook, KYN TV YouTube, our Northeast Nebraska Game of the Week. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll come back. We'll roll through our first half stats. Back after this on Riverfront Broadcasting.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Irrigation, who needs it? After this wet summer, maybe that thought has crossed your mind. Every growing year is different. Christensen Well and Irrigation wants to help you prepare for the seasons ahead. They recommend pulling your irrigation pump if it's been in the ground 20 years or more. Assessing your pump during the fall and winter avoids breakdowns during the growing season. Call 402-254-6809 or visit christensenwell.com. Christensen Well and Irrigation of Hartington and Wakefield is a certified Renke Irrigation Systems dealer. Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hartington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a fifth-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hartington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game. It's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
All right, back here on our halftime show, Hartington-Newcastle at Crofton tonight on our Game of the Week in Northeast Nebraska High School football. Let's roll through our game stats here this evening on the halftime show from Christensen Well and Irrigation. Built on over 50 years of experience in the water well drilling industry and your local TL Irrigation Systems dealer. Visit them on Facebook or at christensenwell.com. Let's go ahead and roll through it. Once again, 30-16 is your halftime score. Go through our stats here. Tyson Jackson for the Crofton Warriors, 90 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns at halftime. Jace Panning has 42 yards running the ball as well. Jordan has 10. Preston Foxhoven throwing the football, 94 yards. I believe he's 6 of 7 for 94 yards, 2 touchdowns as well. Those 2 touchdowns, both of them going to Trevor Allen. The first one for 45 yards, the second one for 16. He also has a catch of 8 yards in there as well. Panning has 2 catches totaling 3 yards. Jackson has a catch for 22 yards as well. That's the stats for the Crofton Warriors at halftime. Once again, note these stats unofficial. These are stats I'm keeping myself throughout this ball game, but they're fairly accurate. For Hartington-Newcastle, Sudbeck is their leading rusher, 54 yards at half, does have a 12-yard rushing touchdown as well. Hymus, 32 yards on the ground on 8 carries so far today. Wakely had 2 carries to start off the game. They were both in the opening drive, has not touched the football yet since. Sudbeck throwing the football, good day, 145 yards and a touchdown in there. Had a tough start. 4 of his first 5 passes were incomplete, but then he starts just racking up completions on completions, really got into a rhythm, 145 yards at halftime. I've got him marked down for 11 of 15 throwing the football for 145 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown did go to Krause. He caught 77 yards passing in that first half, 77 yards with a touchdown of 20 yards. Hymas had 3 catches, one for 4, one for 38, and another for 3, so 45 yards receiving there. Wakely had caught a 2-point conversion to start off the game. Arns has 2 catches for 19 yards, and then Lammers caught a 2-point conversion as well. And that's your stats at the half. You're listening to Riverfront Broadcasting on KYN TV. We're going to take one more 2-minute timeout, and then we're going to go over out-of-town scoreboard and start the second half. This is Northeast Nebraska High School football. Crofton leads Hartington-Newcastle 30-16 at half.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When it comes to Friday night football, teamwork makes the difference. And when it comes to your fields, trust Christensen Well and Irrigation, your local Ranky dealer. From wells and pumps to irrigation systems, Christensen Well has the experience and service you can count on to keep your operation running strong. This season, keep your crops in winning shape with the field leader in irrigation. Christensen Well and Irrigation in Hartington, a proud supporter of our area student athletes. Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hartington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a 5th-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hartington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game. It's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
All right, our halftime show in the books. Let's roll through our out-of-town scoreboard real quick from the Bank of Hartington. Where other banks have their branches, Bank of Hartington has their roots. 30-16 your score. We'll do it in between plays here as we're getting rolling. Crofton ready to kick this one away to Hartington-Newcastle. Deep end-over-end kick brought in at the 6-yard line. That's Arns again. Bringing it out. Nope, that's Hymas. Hymas across the 20 down to the 22 or 23 is where they're going to mark him. So Hartington-Newcastle marches out there. They're down 14, and they did not stop the Crofton Warriors defensively in the first half. Crofton marched down the field on all of their possessions, able to get into the end zone. So that is priority number one. Get a little tougher on defense for the Wildcats, but certainly need to put up some points as well. Crofton, the only drive they did not score was the last second 20. They got the ball back with about 20 seconds left in the half, and they just ran it once and took it to halftime. Hymas, a good run on the next play. Cross the sticks and a gain of about 16 here. It's a good start. Jameson Hymas, 16 yards. All right, Other scores around Class D1. Plainview beat Summerland today, 41-7. Guardian Angels Central Catholic over Wakefield, 43-20. We'll do more in a second. 1st and 10. Wildcats, they give it back to Wakely. Wakely only had, nope, they faked to him. It's Sudbeck who actually takes it on the option. It's a few yards downfield before anybody, including me, noticed. Gain of 6. Looks like Laurel Concord Coleridge is leading Elkhorn Valley 25-21. Trevor Allen's shaken up again. He's going to come off the field slowly, but under his own power. Sandy Creek over Thayer Central. That's a top 5 matchup. 32-14, Sandy Creek leading. Wausau Osmond is leading Bloomfield. That's a big one. They're midway through the 3rd quarter, 16-14. Wausau Osmond over Bloomfield midway through the 3rd. Give it Hymas again. Hymas hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he's able to dance his way for positive yardage. Gain of 8. Hymas now over 50 yards in the ball game. Was a little bottled up at only 32. No scores at half. He's been their leading rusher on the season. See if there's any other big D1 scores out there. Sutton over EMF, 14-12. 6 minutes left in the 3rd as well. Hymas end around to the outside. Going to go down in a stretch play. 4 yards downfield for Hymas. So it'll be 2nd and 6 here. Go to D2. Class D2 here. Bancroft Rosalie over Randolph, 54-28 at halftime. Creighton and Elgin Public Pope John, 8-8 at halftime. 2nd and 6 incoming for the Wildcats. They're going to give it Wakely. Wakely going up the middle, and he's stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Wakely. Neely Oakdale over North Central, 40-14. See if we could find Class C2 scores. Hartington Cedar Catholic over West Point Beamer, 17-7. That's already in the 4th quarter, just started. As well. See if we can find one more score. The Yankton score. Yankton is facing Pierre today. Semifinal playoff matchup from last year in Class 11AA. We'll look into that in a moment. Read option again. Sudbeck keeps it himself. Both options covered well. And Crofton, another good stop on 3rd down. No gain on back-to-back plays. 2nd and 3rd down both. And now it's 4th and 6 incoming. All right, Yankton leads Pierre 21-7 at half. A matchup between 1 and 3 in the state of South Dakota in Class 11AA. That's the other game going on KYN TV tonight. Video coverage from Yankton. All right, 4th and 6. Here we go. 9:08 on the clock. 30-16. Hartington-Newcastle. Crucial moment. 4th down. They're going for it at the opposing 20, and flags fly right before the snap. What do we see here? Timeout taken. Timeout right before the snap by Hartington-Newcastle. We'll take it with them here from Top Crop. Back in 30 seconds on KYN TV.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
4th down, there's the snap. 3-step drop, throwing, incomplete, but a flag comes in. I think they're going to say Jace Panning was there early. Intended receiver. Looks like Lammers. I think they're going to get yardage out of this. It's on 4th down, and it will be a 1st down, not from the penalty, but from the yardage they gain. So defensive penalty on Crofton on 4th down. Hartington-Newcastle now at the 10-yard line of the opponent. 1st and goal Incomplete pass there, but it doesn't matter. I formation again. Hymas the tailback. 8:55 in the clock. Sweep play to Hymas. High pitch, but he's able to wrangle it. Turn the corner inside of the 10. Knocked out of bounds. Short gain on the play. Chased well on the far sideline by the Crofton defense. That was Foxoven who got the tackle. See where they mark him. And gain of 4 from the 6-yard line. Second and goal from the 6. I formation. Fumble. Ball's on the ground. Wakely and Sudbeck ran into each other. Sudbeck turned to his left. Wakely hit him. I think Wakely was supposed to go to his right, or Sudbeck was supposed to turn to his right. Either way, miscommunication there. Ball's on the ground, but it is recovered by the Wildcats, so they avoid disaster, but they do lose 2 on the play. Third and goal. Third and goal from the 8 now. I formation again. Fumble again, a fumbled snap. Sudbeck just drops on it, fumbled the snap. Back-to-back fumbles. And Sudbeck's fired up, clapping his hands together. He's upset with himself. Back-to-back plays, he's put the ball on the ground. He's able to recover both of them. So still having a shot here is Hartington-Newcastle. Fourth down again from the 8-yard line. 7:19 on the clock. Empty set. 4 receivers. Motion. Looking to throw. Rushes on. Sudbeck scrambling. Trying to get away, and he's going to go down for a sack. Buried in the backfield. Trey Tramp with the sack on 4th down, and Crofton holds inside the red zone for the 3rd time tonight. Crofton's defense has been something spectacular in the red zone tonight. 4 red zone trips for Hartington-Newcastle, or 5 actually. They've scored on 2 of them. 3 times they've been turned away now. Crofton on offense, first play, they're going to pitch it to the outside. A short gain on an option play. Looks like Panning running the football there. Maybe a yard. Oh, yep, Panning got a yard there. 43 yards in the game. Second down. Crofton Warriors at their own 10 is where they started this drive. Panning nearly turning the corner this time all the way out to the 30, but a flag down once again, and Trevor Allen is down again. Allen has been in and out of this game, really banged up here today. Slow to get up. He does get up, though, but holding on the Warriors. Holding on the Warriors. Panning's going to come off after a good run of 20 yards, is erased by a holding penalty. And it was at the 10-yard line, so. Or actually, it might have been a few yards downfield. Back him up to about the 7. So, back to the 7-yard line are the Warriors. Trevor Allen stays in the game, by the way. It was a little slow getting up there, but he's staying in. 6.5 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Crofton. Tight formation. Snap. Here's Jackson. Tyson Jackson. Short gain. 3rd and long incoming for the Warriors. That penalty backed him up, and it's 3rd and 9. Tyson Jackson, about 93 yards in this ball game, with 2 touchdowns, and he could use a long run here. Tight formation, 2 receivers out to the right. Quick screen, they throw the ball. Hartington-Newcastle all over it. They're able to get a hold of Panning instantly. Panning somehow able to escape, stayed on his feet. He's got a 1st down. Panning down the right sideline, out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. That play was dead to rights, stuffed in the backfield. 2 different Wildcats had a hold of Panning, somehow able to get rid of it. And then, I think we got a sideline warning on the Crofton Warriors here. Late flag is thrown by the near official, and sideline warning on the Crofton Warriors. And they do get the first down out of it, so this will be after the play, but they're going to have long yardage to start off this next one. Oh, no, maybe they're waving the flag. I think they might have just got a warning there, so. No penalty yardage assessed at the 24-yard line. Crofton Warriors are going to set things up. Jackson going up the middle on this next play. He's got blockers out in front of him. Now he's alone across midfield to the 30, 20. Another broken tackle. On his feet to the 5. Dives. Touchdown. Crofton Warriors. 57 yards. Tyson Jackson. Combination of speed and strength for the running back. All the way downfield, broke another tackle at the 20, had a man all over him at the 5, was able to dive in for the end zone with a man hanging on to his ankles. Tyson Jackson, what a run. 2-point conversion attempt incoming. 36-16 now, the lead is 20. Panning in motion, they're going to flip it to him. Out to the right side, Panning, spinning, trying to get to the goal line, and he is short. 2-point conversion, no good for the Warriors. But 36-16 your score, a long touchdown run. Tyson Jackson again. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to KYN TV.
New to the Moody Motor Lot is a 2019 Ford Ranger Lariat Crew Cab for just $31,900. A one-owner 22 Ford Explorer all-wheel drive with leather for just $33,900. A 22 Ford Edge all-wheel drive for just $26,900. And the last one is a 23 one-owner Chevy 3500 Crew Cab LTZ with the Duramax diesel for just $57,900. Great vehicles at great prices are at Moody Motors in Niobrara.
You're in the mood for Moody.
Lead is 20 in a 3-possession game now here in Crofton. On homecoming, the Crofton Warriors welcoming in the undefeated 4-0 Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats, and looking real good here today. That was a 57-yard touchdown run from Tyson Jackson, breaking 3 or 4 tackles on that run, and a large burst of speed to get the yardage he needed. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third, 36-16. Now your score. Crofton ready to kick this one away. Ty Nielsen ready to put the foot to the football. Arns and Hymas back deep to receive this one. There's the kick, end over end ball. Bounces at the 12. Brought in at the 8-yard line. Hymas trying to kick it out to the outside. Short return to about the 16. Back deep is Hartington-Newcastle. They're only about the 16-yard line. Hymas on the return there. So Hartington-Newcastle seeming to get into make or break time as we're getting late in this third quarter. They need to put up points on this drive here. They've still yet to stop Crofton defensively today. That was Crofton's first possession of the second half, and they break it for a 57-yard touchdown run. Down 3 possessions on the road. They've got to score here. Decent run from Arns. Gain of 8, looks like. And oh, no, we got a Warrior down. There's a Crofton Warrior down on the field, getting checked out. Getting stretched out by teammates, actually. Maybe that's a good sign. Hopefully it's just a cramp. They're stretching out the right leg of a man who is flat on his back, so we can't see the player's number. Trevor Allen and Jace Panning were helping stretch him out. So I guess we know it's not them. 4:46 on the clock, and now he's getting up. Yeah, it looks like it might have been a cramp there. That is Trey Tramp, the guy who just had that 4th down sack defensively. Trey Tramp, an offensive lineman, going to come off the field here. And he's going to grab a bottle of water and stretch out that leg. Looks like that's exactly what it was. Hopefully just a cramp to the right leg. So it'll be second down and about 2 here for the Wildcats. They're going to pitch to Hymas on the left side, and a tackle for loss. Tyson Jackson. After the 57-yard touchdown run, the linebacker makes a great defensive play. Loss of 3, and it's 3rd and 5. Hymas going backwards there on the sweep. Tyson Jackson, very good athlete for the Warriors. Hartington-Newcastle lining up on 3rd down, 3rd and 5. Empty set for receivers. Hymas in motion right to left. They'll fake it to him. Nope, they give it to him on that option. Bounced out of bounds near the 1st down marker. I think he's a yard short, and I think this is decision time for the Wildcats. But when you're down 3 possessions, you're in your own territory is the problem here. They're at their own 26-yard line. It's 4th and 1. It's a good spot, right about where I thought. 4th and 1 in your own territory at the 26-yard line. Here's a decision for Hartington-Newcastle. If you've got 100%er play to just go get you a yard, now's the time to burn it. 3:30 on the clock, 36-16. Wakely is in the game. Wakely's the fullback. They're going to hand it tailback. Hymas, he's short. He didn't get it. They handed off Hymas. Wakely, the lead blocker. Guy came in off the left edge, was able to bring him down. Waiting for the official word. Closer than I thought, but I do believe he's short. I think we're going to measure this just to be sure. Now we're bringing out the chains just to be sure here, but the initial look at it was he was short. We're going to measure. Officials putting it down. Crucial measure here. And he is... Oh, it's right on it. Short! Very close. I wondered if they were going to grab an index card. The call is short. With 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, Crofton up 3 possessions. And now at the 26-yard line of Hartington-Newcastle, the Wildcats have to turn them away here, or that might have been the ball game. That might have just been it if Hartington-Newcastle is not able to get things rolling defensively. Crofton has still yet to be stopped on offense. They have scored on every possession. They've touched the ball, except for the possession where they had it for 10 seconds at the end of the first half. Panning, breaking free, near the goal line, goes down at the 1. A 25-yard run for Jace Panning to start off this drive. 1st and goal from the 1 for the Crofton Warriors. Panning was so close, was stretching out to the goal line, but his hip hit the ground first. Crofton with 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Up 20, trying to go up 26. I formation, Panning the tailback. They're going to hand it to him. Panning up the middle, untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Crofton Warriors. Jace Panning on the run. Did it all himself on that drive. Started at the 26. He has a 25-yard run on 1st down. First play of the drive. Second play of the drive, the 1-yard touchdown run. Here comes the 2-point conversion attempt. Crofton up 42-16 on their homecoming at home. At home, obviously, for homecoming. 2-point conversion is good as well. Tyson Jackson scores that one. And the Crofton Warriors lead 44-16. 2 minutes and 49 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Back in 30 seconds on KYN TV.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
just like that, we got a 4-possession game. 28 points is the spread, 44-16 your score. Crofton on top of Hartington-Newcastle, 2:49 on the clock. Crofton has scored the last 3 touchdowns in this ball game. They're ready to kick this away. This was 22-16 with 2 minutes left in the first half. 22-16, Crofton was leading with only 2 minutes left in the first half, and a big hit on the kick return. A Wildcat is laid out hard. Knox Haggy with the hit. Looks like that was, well, they have 2 return men, either Keaton Arns or Jason Hymas. I think that was Hymas, looks like, yep. Got hit hard on that one, hit over backwards by Haggy. But he is up. Looks like he's going to stay out there. Crofton in full control of this ball game. The last 3 touchdowns, once again, all for Crofton. Starting at the 17-yard line in their own territory are the Wildcats. Game was 22-16 with 2 minutes left in the first half, and it's been all Crofton since then. Sudbeck running this one himself. He's going to be hit downfield, gain of 8. Crofton's defense has been effective here in this third quarter. 2 fourth down stops in this third quarter. 2:21 left on the clock. 2nd and 2 for the Wildcats. Sweep play, nope. Sudbeck's going to keep it himself in the option. They trust him a lot making these option calls, and he's going to run this for another gain of about 9 here, actually. First down yardage for his 16th carry of the game. A lot of option plays for the quarterback, Sudbeck. Was very effective with him last week. He's been keeping him a lot. Crofton studying film over the week for sure. Saw last week's read option play that just would not be stopped. They've been keying on him for the most part today, but a good run there. 1st and 10 Wildcats, dropping back to throw. Sudbeck, pump fake, rolling to his left, dumps it off to his outlet man, that's Arns. Out on the left sideline, run of 13 for Keaton Arns. Keaton Arns, run of 13 after the catch. 1:37 on the clock. Third quarter. 1st and 10 Wildcats. They're in Crofton territory now. They're getting downfield. Sudbeck throwing over the middle of the field. He's got a man again. Breaking a tackle. Panning. Trying to get him out of bounds. He will inside the 10. And another good play for the Wildcats. Their offense has woke up here. About 25 yards on the catch and run there for Krause. And it looks like we got another cramp. On the near sideline, 2 players are down, actually. That was Panning and Krause who collided. And both players are getting checked out right now. Krause is being stretched out as if it's a cramp. Panning, however, is being checked on by a trainer. He is not being stretched out. He's down. Oh, now he's up. Just got helped up. Never mind. So Panning is up. He's trying to walk this one off. Looks like he just fell a little weirdly, and he's walking it off in the near sideline. Krause is still down. His left leg is being stretched out by a trainer, and he's got a bottle, or he doesn't have a bottle of water. We're going to give him a bottle of water here. Looks like he's cramping. Krause's up now, and he's going to make the long walk. He's got to go to the other side of the field. He was on the Crofton Warriors sideline. Now he's got to go all the way across to get a bottle of water. So 1st and goal for the Wildcats now. Starting it off at about the 7. 7-yard line, 1:28 to go here in the third. Fumbled snap in the shotgun. Sudbeck picks it up, rumbles forward, back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. Oh, snap. At his knees. 2nd and goal incoming now. Same spot. Out the 7-yard line for the Wildcats. Clock ticks to 1 minute left in this 3rd quarter. Handoff. Hymas trying to get to the pylon. He's taken down near the 5. Good open field tackle for the Crofton Warriors. Lined with a stop there. 45 seconds left. Gain of 1 or 2 there for Hymas, and that's all. Down to about the 5-yard line. 33 seconds left in the quarter. One more snap is all Hartington-Newcastle has to take it to the 4th. Shotgun snap. Back to throw. Sudbeck rushes on. He's trying to escape. Jukes a man. He's hit inside the 5. He's short of the goal line. We're going to have 4th down and goal when we start off this 4th quarter. 15 seconds left in the 3rd. You got to expect Hartington-Newcastle to take it to the quarter break and talk about this one on 4th and goal. Hartington-Newcastle has been turned away in the red zone 3 separate times tonight. Crofton trying to make it 4 when we return. Back here in 30 seconds on KYN TV.
Mount Marty is committed to excellence in nursing.
We really go the extra mile to care for our students as a whole person. My name is Crystal Diedrichsen. I am an associate professor of nursing at Mount Marty. As a Catholic Benedictine university, we can incorporate God and prayer in our regular classwork and interactions with students. And in addition to that, we care about the students in other aspects of their lives.
Start your journey at mountmarty.edu.
All right, we're ready to start off this 4th quarter here in Crofton, Nebraska. High school football on the airwaves tonight between the Crofton Warriors and the Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats. Crofton on top here, 44-16, as we are ready to start the final stands of the 4th quarter, ready to get rolling. We have 4th and goal to start it off. Hartington-Newcastle, 4th and goal. They have been turned away on 4th down repeatedly tonight, including 3 different times turned away in the red zone. Crofton trying to make it 4 times here. Hartington-Newcastle trying to put up another score and get it back to 3 possessions at the start of this 4th. I formation. Crofton jumped, looks like. Maybe move them half the distance to the goal. We're at the 2-yard line. Yep, encroachment on the defense. We're going to go to from the 2 to the 1. Give an extra yard to the Wildcats here. Now you're just at the 1-yard line. Honestly, for the Warriors, it doesn't even matter if you jump much anymore. Try and get that jump right at the beginning. See that all the time at the professional level. Once you're inside the 1-yard line, defensive guys just go the moment somebody says anything on the offensive side of things, trying to get a good snap count, because at this point, half the distance to the goal is a few inches. 4th and goal from the 1. Hand off. Wakely. Stuffed. Wakely stuffed. Crofton turns him away. Ashton Wakely, the 6'4", 240-pound fullback, denied at the 1-yard line. Got to respect the play call for Hartington-Newcastle. That's what I'd have done. You got a 6'4", 240-pound fullback. Give it to him on the 1-yard line, but Crofton, great defense to turn him away. And for the 4th time tonight, Hartington-Newcastle turned away in the red zone on 4th down. I believe that is the 5th fourth down stoppage of the evening and the 4th in the red zone. Crofton going to run a quarterback keeper on their own 1-yard line. Give themselves a little bit of room. They got 6 out of it. Call it out to tush push from the PA announcer here. 2nd and 4 incoming. I believe that was Foxhoven, the quarterback, who ran that one. Under center is Foxhoven now on 2nd and 4. A little more room to work with. They're going to give it to Jackson now. Jackson breaking free. 1st down yardage before he goes down. The free safety was the last man to beat. Hymas got the stop near the 13-yard line. Gain of 7. Update on Panning, who went down defensively at the end of that last drive, trying to run it off in the near sideline. He's not out there at the moment, but he is on his feet, running on the near sideline, trying to work things out. 1st and 10, Foxhoven throwing in and out of the hands of Trevor Allen as he was running a 5-yard out. Incompletion for Foxhoven. I think that's only his 2nd incompletion of the game, by the way. He had 94 yards and 2 touchdowns at half. That was actually his first pass attempt of the second half. Crofton's had 2 drives in the second half, both very short touchdown drives. No, excuse me. Yeah, both. Both very short. They score in only a couple of plays. Score twice in that third quarter. Another carry for Crofton, and out of bounds. I think that was Panning back in there. It was. Short gain, 3rd and 3 incoming. Third down, Crofton Warriors. Everybody in tight here. Panning a wing back, Jackson the tailback. Panning now in motion, going to the tailback position. They'll pitch it to him off the snap. He's got the first down yardage and a little bit more. He'll go out of bounds and cross the 40-yard line near the 35. Another good run for Jace Panning of 19 yards. Crofton converts on 3rd down, and they are across midfield. Setting up at the 36 in opposing territory. Crofton throwing the football, and intended receiver was not looking for it on 1st down. Quick throw from Foxhoven. Receiver was another 3 steps downfield after the ball hit the ground before he turned to look to the quarterback. He was trying to go deep there, was Colton Vornhagen. Panning also in the area, but I believe that one was for Vornhagen. So incompletion, it'll be 2nd and 10. Crofton in the shotgun. Panning in motion right to left. They're going to hand it to him. Sweep play to the left side. Panning trying to get outside. Edge was set well by the Wildcats. No gain on the play, and a flag is thrown. I think this is on Crofton. I think that was Jackson and Trevor Allen blocking out on that far edge. And a holding penalty is called on one of them, either Jackson or Allen. .26 on the clock, 44-16. Crofton with the advantage. Up 28. So 2nd and 20 now for the Crofton Warriors. They're back on their own side of the field at the 35-yard line. Actually, 2nd and 19. They backed them up 9. That must have been 1 yard downfield was the holding penalty. Flags are going to fly before the snap now here. That's a procedure penalty in the offense, false start. So back them up another 5, going back to their own 30. Crofton's going the wrong way. Crofton's going the wrong way here, and it's going to be 2nd and 24. Incompletion on 1st down. Lot of penalties here on 2nd down. 2nd and 24 now incoming from the 30-yard line in Crofton's own territory. They need the 26 of Hartington-Newcastle territory for a 1st down. They're at their own 30. Dropping back to throw, here's Foxhoven. Rushes on, throws on the run, and it's going to be intercepted. A bad throw. He was hit as he threw. Intercepted in the first turnover of the game. Gets Hartington-Newcastle back in it. taken in. I think that was that Wakely? Might have been Wakely with the interception. The big man able to bring that one in. Return it to the 29, and Crofton's going to take a timeout. Give us a moment to catch our breath and take a look at that last play. Back in 30 seconds. Timeout from Top Crop on KYN TV.
Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
So 1st and 10 out of the timeout for Hartington-Newcastle. They get the ball back on an interception. They're at the 29-yard line in opposing territory to start off this drive. Quick flags fly. Hymas, a good run of about 10 yards, but flags on the ground to start off this drive. I think Hartington-Newcastle's going backwards. They're backing up. Yep, holding on the offense. They're going to start things behind the sticks here in the fourth quarter. 10:07 on the clock, 44-16 your score. That was, by the way, the first time tonight Crofton did not score on an offensive possession. Every single time Crofton has touched the football here in the first 3 quarters, they drove down the field and got in the end zone. Not counting the final, they got the ball back with about 19 seconds left in the first half, and they just ran out the clock in the first half. Not counting that, they'd scored on every possession outside of that last one. Deep throw here for Sudbeck on 1st and 20, incomplete. Actually, it's going to be 1st and 17, so that holding call was 3 yards downfield is the word. So it'll be 2nd and 17 now after the incompletion. Sudbeck, we talked about his accuracy in the first half and how he had a string of completions, 10 completed passes in a row, had 145 yards and a touchdown. In the second half, he's 1 for 4 for 13 yards. Dropping back to throw again, screen. They've got a man and a lot of green grass in front of him. First down yardage, down inside the 10. Krause with a great play. 27 yards on the screen. Krause's been effective today. He's got over 100 yards now, receiving with a touchdown. That'll put him over the century mark. Sudbeck takes the snap, running it himself. He's near the goal line. On 1st and goal, stuffed near the 2. So we were just here. Crofton's defense held. Let's see what we can do this time as, another player is down. It's hot tonight. We've had a lot of cramps, and it looks like that might be what this is. Both legs in the air, and they are stretching out that young man. It's a Crofton Warrior. It's cooling off here, but it's still been a hot day. 72 degrees here in Crofton right at the moment. In this timeout, we'll thank our sponsor in Kaiser Ag and Irrigation, your trusted Zimatic by Lindsay dealer in Hartington. Kaiser Ag and Irrigation. It'll be 2nd and goal when we return here in just a moment. Everybody taking a moment to get a drink. Late in this game, we're in the fourth quarter, 9:33 on the clock, 44-16. Crofton does lead. So Crofton comes off the field. Crofton Warrior, and not even sure who it was. Everybody ran off so fast. Dude got up and looks like he's all right at least. Everybody got off the field quick. All right, here's second and goal. End around play to the left side, into the end zone. Touchdown, Hartington-Newcastle, and we're going to have a late penalty on this play as well. There was Trevon Hopping, who got into the end zone for the touchdown, but a penalty comes in on the Wildcats. Is this after the play? I believe it should be. A Warrior and a Wildcat were wrestling in the back of the end zone. I'm not sure who this is going to be on. Touchdown is good. And personal foul, defense. So a Crofton Warrior grabbed a hold of a Wildcat and wrestled him to the ground in the back of the end zone. Assess that here. On the kickoff, looks like. It's going to be assessed on the kickoff, not here on the two-point conversion. So it is 44-22, now your score. Wildcats trying to get their two-point conversion rolling. Man in motion, Sudbeck trying to get it in himself, and he will. So another touchdown here for the Wildcats late in this one. Lead is 20. 44-24, Crofton on top of Hartington-Newcastle. Back in 30 seconds on KYN TV.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
1-yard touchdown run from Hopping. Devon Hopping, his first carry of the game, goes for 6. And it's 44-24 now. Crofton leads, but Hartington-Newcastle breaking a long streak of not scoring. Their last touchdown came with 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in the second quarter. Held scoreless for the end of the first half and then throughout that third quarter. Finally scoring here with 9:27 on the clock, and they're going to try and kick it on sides. The kicker touched it twice. Hartington-Newcastle recovers here, but the kicker touched it twice. He kicked it and then kicked it again. Hartington-Newcastle did recover it after 10 yards, but it doesn't matter. The moment somebody touches it for a second time, that ball is dead. Cannot touch it until 10 yards pass. So that'll be a flag on Hartington-Newcastle. It'll be Crofton ball. It's just a matter of where they decide to set them up here. 9:27 on the clock, 44-24 your score. And it looks like they're setting them up on the 27-yard line. So they're setting it up where the Wildcats recovered the football, but that shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter where they recovered it because the moment they touch it for a second time, it's dead. All right, now they pick up the ball and they're moving it forward. So the question is, do they spot it where they touched it for the second time? All right, we're going to the 32-yard line. All right, 32-yard line it is. 9:27 on the clock here. Lead is 20 once again for the Crofton Warriors. They lead this game 44-24. They're back on offense. Last time out, they did throw an interception. Foxhoven was intercepted. That was the first and only turnover of the game for both of these squads, not counting failed fourth down conversions. Panning runs it for 3 yards here for the Warriors. Crofton going to be in chew clock mode for the rest of this game. Up by 20 here in the fourth. Want to just escape with a win. Second down, Warriors. Jackson in motion now. They're going to fake to him. They'll give it to Grant Jordan. Jordan stuffed after a yard or two. It's going to be third and six, excuse me. Grant Jordan, only his second carry of the game. First one went for 10. That one only a yard. So third and About 6 here. Jackson, tailback, gets the call on the next drive, bounces off a tackler, wrestles his way all the way to the 30-yard line in opposing territory. Run of 14 for the senior. Oh, junior, excuse me. Jackson, the junior, all the way to the 30-yard line. Once again, 44-24. Crofton leads this ball game on a hot night here in Nebraska. Decent temperature at the moment. We're down to 72, but we kicked off near 80. 1st and 10, roll out. Foxhoven rushes on. He's got to get rid of it. He's just trying to juke everybody. Somehow gets positive yardage out of this. He's got blockers in front of him now. Foxhoven down near the 10-yard line. A 20-yard run, and he should have been sacked for a 5-yard loss. Rush was on him instantly. Foxhoven just somehow able to escape. Pretty magical run there from the young quarterback. Only a sophomore. And he's looking good. 7:33 in the clock. 44-24 your score. So 1st and 10 from the 11. They've got him at the 11-yard line. Foxhoven takes the snap, looking to throw. Throws to the right side. He's got Grant Jordan. Jordan hit at the 10. He'll go down at the 10. Second man there. Got him. Krause stays down. Krause was the first man to hit Jordan. He gets up slowly, but he does get up. 7 minutes left in the ball game. Crofton leads 44-24. Did get a gain of 2, did Grant Jordan there. Crofton tight formation, Jordan the tailback. Foxhoven going to keep it himself, trying to go up the middle and hit hard a yard downfield. 3rd down. Got to expect this is Tyson Jackson territory. Jackson has only had 5 carries in the second half. He had 16 in the first half. You're just trying to keep him healthy, not trying to get him unnecessary hits. 6 minutes left in the ball game, leading by 20. Crofton knocking on the door of more. Jackson in motion. They will give it to him this time. Jackson inside the 5, inside the 2, and I think he got in. He did. Tyson Jackson scores with 5:50 left. That should be the nail in the coffin. Crofton will go up 4 possessions with under 6 to play. 50-24. And the 4th touchdown run of the game for Tyson Jackson. And that's 25 on the year. Still averaging 5 touchdowns a game is Jackson. 2-point conversion. They'll throw it this time. They've got Grant Jordan. Fullback going out to the right. Jordan catches that for the 2-point conversion. It is good. Back-to-back completions for Foxhoven as well, both to Jordan. All right, so Crofton leads this ball game 52-24, 5:50 on the clock here in the 4th. We'll take a break, come back in 30 seconds. That touchdown brought to you today by Security Bank. Score big with all the products and services offered at Security Bank. That's my kind of bank. Back in 30 seconds on KYN TV.
When it comes to Friday night football, teamwork makes the difference. And when it comes to your fields, trust Christensen Well and Irrigation, your local Ranky dealer. From wells and pumps to irrigation systems, Christensen Well has the experience and service you can count on to keep your operation running strong. This season, keep your crops in winning shape with the field leader in irrigation. Christensen Well and Irrigation in Hartington a proud supporter of our area student athletes.
So Tyson Jackson's 7-yard touchdown run puts the Crofton Warriors up 52-24 over Hartington-Newcastle. This has been an explosion from the Crofton Warriors. This game was 22-16. 22-16 was the score of this one. Crofton on top in the second quarter, and since then, Crofton has scored 4 times to Hartington-Newcastle's once. Really pouring on the second half scoring. And it has been all Warriors in the second half. One drive for Hartington-Newcastle, and that is all. And it was after getting a short field. They started at, I believe, the 30-yard line of Crofton after an interception. Still the lone time they've stopped the Warriors on defense today. Injured player here, it'll be Keaton Arns getting up slowly. He's going to trot off the field. 5:44 on the clock, 52-24 your score. Sudbeck lines him up here for the Wildcats. Quarterback empty set. He's alone in the backfield. Starting things off at the 28-yard line in their own territory. Got a man in motion. He'll keep it himself on the read option. He'll be dragged down a few yards downfield. Gain of 4. Trey Tramp on the stop. So 4-yard gain here for Sudbeck. Second down, empty set again. Sudbeck running that draw again. He's going to take a big hit this time, right near the sticks. Gain of 5.5, right near that first down marker. Be 3rd and inches, looks like. First and 10, they do give it to him. Sudbeck, snap on the next play. Going to try that end around again. Same man who just got the touchdown. That was Hopping. Only his second carry of the game. This one goes for 2 yards. Under 5 minutes left to play here. Crofton in full control of this game, 52-24. Up by 28 here in the 4th. Throw in play, they've got it completed to Krause again. Krause is hit out of bounds. Crofton, I'm looking at this defense. Looks like they have rested their starters. Crofton playing their 2s here on this last drive. We'll start rolling through our end of game stats here after this drive, but Hartington-Newcastle trying to get one more good drive in with their starters here. Sudbeck lining them up again. 1st and 10 at the 26. Oh, Sudbeck's out of the game now. Excuse me, that is Kane Gratzfeld. Gratzfeld, the sophomore. Now the man commanding the huddle. .350 on the clock. Good run down to the 5. So 2nd down from the 2. Gratzfeld going to keep this one himself, going to his left, trying to get to the pylon, and he is in for the touchdown. Hartington-Newcastle going to score here From about 5 yards out, Kane Gratzfeld got that one in with 3:05 on the clock. And the second score of the second half for Hartington-Newcastle. Line up to go for 2. Likely the final touchdown of the game. And they're going to throw here incomplete. No good. And that will do for the 2-point conversion. So 3:01 on the clock, 52-24 your score. I've been adding up some stats, and we're going to go over them here on this next Crofton drive as they are ready to finish this game. Back here in 30 seconds, one final break on KYN TV.
Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
So it was a 5-yard touchdown runabout from Kane Gratzfeld, backup quarterback in the game. Reserves in for these two teams as we have 3 minutes left. Hartington-Newcastle ready to kick this one away. It'll be a short squib kick, and it is caught by the Crofton Warriors at the 22-yard line. That was Jackson Lind who got it in. So Crofton going to have a few snaps left. They do need a single first down to end this game if Hartington-Newcastle does not use their timeouts. 2 minutes and 58 seconds left in the ballgame. We'll start rolling through our stats here today. Crofton on offense, we'll roll with them first. 90 yards at halftime had Tyson Jackson. He had a 57-yard run in the second half, plus a 14-yard run and a 7-yard touchdown. The 57-yard run was a touchdown as well. He ends with 181 yards in the ball game and 4 TDs. Crofton going to run this ball up the middle on 1st and 10. They're going to get 5 out of it. Looks like that is well, that was either Grant Jordan or Knox Hagee who carried that football. Gains 5 or 6 on the play. Second down incoming now for the Warriors, under 2.5 to play. Pitch to the outside. And I believe that was Hagee on the last play. It is Hagee on this play as well. Hagee going to get first down yardage. Gain of about 12. So Knox Hagee, a couple of good carries at the end of this ball game, and that should have about done it. Crofton can take their time, snap it 3 more times here, and finish off this ball game as the clock is under 2:15 and counting. Well, it's not counting. Clock is not moving. Well, I guess if we don't start the clock, we might have to get another first down before we end the game. Running the football to the right this time. And Easton Shent, the freshman running back, taken down for a 1-yard loss. There the clock finally started, but the clock didn't start between the downs there, so Crofton does need 1 more first down to end this ball game. Jace Panning had 42 yards at halftime, did have a 25-yard run in the second half. A couple of 1-yard runs and a 19-yard run in there as well. He had 93 yards when it's all said and done. 93 yards at the end of the game is a 2-yard run, or a Reese Schmidt with a good run here. He's going to take it for, it's like about 6. It'll be 3rd and 5 now incoming after 2nd and 11. 93 yards for Panning once again. About 27 yards today for Foxhoven on the ground. Foxhoven through the air ends up with looks like about 98 yards and 2 touchdowns in the ball game. Trevor Allen had 69 yards and 2 touchdowns. 22 yards through the air for Jackson as well. And Crofton Once again, running up the middle, it's Reese Schmidt again, and he will get the first down. So that one will about end the ball game with a minute to go on third down. Crofton just has to snap this ball once more, twice if they snap it in a hurry. 1 minute left. They line up quick, and they do snap it. They'll give it to their fullback, going forward a little ways, and one snap away are the Crofton Warriors. That was Haggie. We'll go through Hartington-Newcastle's stats here in just a moment as well, but one snap away are the Crofton Warriors. Clock is under 40 seconds left. 52-30. There it is, run up the middle. Gain of 2, and the ball game. Crofton going to win at home. Their homecoming game, they win 52-30. Hosting Hartington-Newcastle, a good rivalry game. And Crofton comes out victorious once again. 52-30, the 22-point victory for the home team Warriors. Start our post-game show here. Finish rolling through our stats today. So we thank a couple more sponsors like Security Bank. Score big with all the products and services offered at Security Bank. It's my kind of bank. And Kaiser Ag and Irrigation, your trusted Zematic by Lindsay dealer in Hartington. Got our player of the game coming up in a moment. But let's go through Hartington-Newcastle's stats today. Hymas had 32 yards at halftime. He started the second half at a great pace, had a 16-yard run right out of the gates and then an 8-yard run. Bottled up after that. 2 runs of 4, one of -3, and then 2 runs of 1 yard each, and that was all in the second half. He'll end up with 63 yards in the ballgame, while Jason Hymas. Sudbeck had 54 yards at half. He had a couple of good plays here and there, a couple of negative plays, and 0-yard gains as well, adding up his final stats. Looks like he ended up with 85 yards on the ground today with 1 touchdown. He scored a 12-yard touchdown run. That was the first score of the game. He also had a touchdown throw in the football from 20 yards out for Krause. Krause had a good game today. Krause really had a good game today. He had 77 yards receiving at halftime. He then added a 25-yard catch and a 27-yard catch in the second half for 129 yards. Over 120 yards in the ball game for Krause, with a touchdown catch in there as well on 6 receptions. I've got him tallied for 145 yards and a touchdown at halftime. Another 50 and 13. Looks like a little over 200 yards and a touchdown throw today for Sudbeck throwing the football. Not bad at all. Offensive production through the air. Hymas, looks like he ended up with about 45 yards through the air. Arns, about 30. Wakely caught 1 pass for a 2-point conversion, as did Lammers. Hopping also had a touchdown carry today for the Warriors. That one late. So once again, 52-30. 52-30 is your final score. Run you through some of the scoring plays. Once again, it started off close game. We were 8-8 in the first quarter and 22-16 near the end of the second. 22-16 with 5:51 left in the first half. After Hartington-Newcastle scores, Crofton then able to go down the field and score again. They get in on a 16-yard touchdown pass from Fox over to Allen on 4th down with under 2 minutes to go, and that really was the difference right there. They're able to get in, make it 30-16, a 2-possession game, up 14 points. Crofton's defense able to stand throughout this game 4 different times. They stood in the red zone. Hartington-Newcastle goes for it on 4th down. Crofton turns them away on 4th down in the red zone 4 separate times tonight. Cannot be understated how important the red zone possessions were for the Crofton Warriors tonight. Then in the 4th quarter, Crofton, another 7-yard touchdown run from Jackson, make it 52-24. Hartington-Newcastle scores late to make it 52-30, and that is the end of the game. 52 points for Crofton on homecoming, 30 surrendered to rival Hartington-Newcastle, and they win in the end. Good homecoming win for the Crofton Warriors. used to winning on homecoming, obviously. A very good program. And Crofton will move to 3-2 on the season. Hartington-Newcastle suffers their first loss of the year tonight. They go to 4-1. Got to give out our player of the game here in just a second. We're going to give one for each team. For Hartington-Newcastle, I want to give it to Krause today. Krause over 120 yards through the air receiving, plus a touchdown catch of 77 yards at halftime. Krause is going to be the player of the game for Hartington-Newcastle, provided by Avera. Moving health forward, Avera. And for Crofton, there's a couple of different dudes we could go with here. Want to go with a defensive. Honestly, just shout out the entire defensive front on those fourth down stops in the red zone. It cannot be understated how important those were. Those were the game today. Fourth and however many. Sometimes fourth and goal, sometimes fourth and a few, but always in the red zone. Crofton turning them away repeatedly this year. And that was the difference. So we'll just shout out that entire defense for the Crofton Warriors. That brought to you by Avera. Player of the game provided by Avera, moving health forward. Next week, take a look at our upcoming schedule here for KYN TV. We will be in Hartington once again, covering this Hartington-Newcastle team as they look to bounce back after their first loss of the season. And the schedule does not get easier for Hartington-Newcastle down the stretch. They've got another difficult opponent coming up in a Class D1 4-0 team as well, and Wausau Osmond. Wausau Osmond 4-0 entering tonight. Let's see if we can find their out-of-town score. Brought to you by the Bank of Hartington, where other banks have their branches. Bank of Hartington has their roots. Wausau Osmond is going to be 5-0 as they enter Hartington next week. They beat Bloomfield today. That's a good win. Bloomfield beat this Crofton team last week. Wausau Osmond beat Bloomfield tonight. 36-20 was the final score. So Wausau Osmond now 5-0, and they're looking legit this year. They have been receiving votes in the coaches poll. They're about the 10th right now. They're going to be in there this week. They might jump Hartington-Newcastle, who was 9th going into next week. That is a massive win for Wausau Osmond, beating Bloomfield 36-20. That is where we will be next week in Hartington, 7 o'clock, Hartington-Newcastle versus Wausau Osmond. Scott Ulrich will join me for that call next week as well as we keep rolling through some other out-of-town scores. Class C2, see if we got the other Hartington score. Looks like Norfolk Catholic beat Ponca 42-3. Cedar Catholic did beat West Point Beamer 24-7. Talk about another team that looks legit. Cedar Catholic ranked 2nd in the state. They're going to be 5-0 now as well, beating number 8 West Point Beamer 24-7 tonight. That's going to do it for our broadcast here from Crofton. Thanks to Daniel back at the studio for holding things down. Crofton wins on homecoming. 52-30, your final score. Thank you all for listening, tuning in to KYN TV. Scott Ulrich will join me again next week in Hartington. Hartington-Newcastle versus Wausau Osmond. But for tonight, Crofton celebrates homecoming with another win. They go to 3-2 on the season, and they're looking really, really good down the stretch. Thank you for listening to KYN TV. We'll see you next time.
This has been a presentation of Northeast Nebraska High School Athletics on KYN TV, courtesy of Riverfront Sports. Be sure to subscribe to KYN TV on YouTube and hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment when we go live for Northeast Nebraska High School Athletics.